Hey, it's Tuesday night. Welcome to the live Facebook broadcast to app or not to app. With the topic tonight, how to very easily create an app. If you have a Shopify store or you have a WordPress powered website. So, and get into this a little bit. So it turns out that, every app out there that's on your phone right now, when you have to log into it, your data has to go somewhere and be stored somewhere. And so what ends up happening is, there's usually a database or something on the back end. A lot of times it's a WordPress site and sometimes it's Shopify. So I've done several apps in both spaces with a Shopify and a WordPress backend. So Shopify is a little different. So if you have a Shopify site and you sell products and you want a mobile app, there's actually a way that you can export all of your products and all of your data and whatever. That's the dumbest comment I've ever seen, Peggy. Please delete me or block me. Delete yourself. Whatever. Yeah, come on. So if you have a Shopify store, there's a real easy way to plug it in. Shopify has an API, and a few years back, I actually discovered this. I have a mobile app. It's called Shoe Swipe. So it's exactly like Tinder, except for you swipe left, you swipe right, and based on whatever shoes you like, you can buy shoes. So had a few clients come to us that saw the same technology and they wanted to put it into place for their Shopify stores. Well, it turns out I actually created a data pull from a Shopify store. So Shopify has an API. You can go in through JavaScript, basically through a web browser with some code I wrote, and it's really fast. And it basically will pull a product feed from any Shopify store. If you have a Shopify store, I can pull your product feed, your data feed from your Shopify store within about 3 minutes. All I have to do is plug in the script, run it, and it'll pull all the data. It's all good and dandy if I have your data. That's kind of half of it. Then I have to be able to actually, put that data into an app, do something with it. If somebody wants to register, let's say let's say you have a Shopify store and you wanted to create an app. So we take all your existing products, we put them into an app, we package them into an app, and then we create a registration form as well. So if somebody registers in the mobile app, their data actually gets sent into your existing Shopify store. So think about that. If you have a Shopify site and you want a mobile app, a lot of people think, well, I would have to go out and I'd have my Shopify store over here and then I'd have the app over here and I'd have to manage two different things. And that's simply not true. We can take your Shopify data, we can have the app. When people register in the app, we can send them into your Shopify backend, your existing Shopify backend, and we can pull products from your existing Shopify store. And so that way, right there, you have a way to touch more customers. And the reason you have a way to touch more customers is because, did you know that 60% of the apps that people install on their phone, they actually were searching for something in the App Store, a keyword, just like Google. So somebody's searching for pet products, somebody's searching for bartender recipes, or how to make drinks. People search for this stuff and then they find apps that way. So if you have a Shopify store and you're selling a product, whatever that product is, people are searching in the App Store for your products. Don't know if it was a Facebook Live or a podcast. By the way, subscribe to my podcast, jeremycallahan.com. You can find it there. About 500 million reasons you need an app. And basically, Apple says there's 500 million unique new customers every week into the App Store. And all of those people are searching for specific products you probably have. If you have a Shopify store, They're definitely searching for whatever you're selling. Women's clothing, dog products, cat products, whatever it is, people are searching for it in the App Store. So if you have a Shopify store and you came to a developer like myself and my team, and we created an app for your Shopify store, almost the exact same thing as your Shopify store, and put it in there, then you're going to double your customers. And not only that, you're going to have the same setup as you have now. All the data that comes in through the app is going to end up being in your Shopify store. So the customer data. Somebody clicked on a particular product, like they do now. If they come to your website and click on a particular product and they don't buy it, or they add something to their cart, and then you email me, you remind me, or even when I go on Facebook, I'll see your product. If you're doing advertising like that, I'll see your product in my Facebook feed, right? Because of the tracking pixel. So that same exact thing can happen with the mobile app. Exact same thing. And it's all going to the Shopify backend that you have. So that's Shopify. And like I said, I programmed a product pull from it already. I have a lot of the stuff pre-programmed, so I don't have to go in and recreate the wheel. I could reuse a lot of that code. Been a developer for a very long time, since '98, when I made my first website. And over all those years of all the things I've learned, I've saved all that code. And so I reuse a lot of it. So that's a very handy thing to have and to use. The next part of the topic that I put in there is the same thing for WordPress. So WordPress is a little different. Let's say you have a subscription site. And so I've done this, well, with more than two, but two come to mind right now. And they're both interesting fitness apps. So one is called Class Hoppers, and the other one is called Chronos. And interestingly enough, both these folks that I did the websites for, or mobile apps for, live in the North Bay. North of the Bay Area where I live, San Francisco. So the first is Class Hoppers. So Class Hoppers is an exercise app where you can essentially look for all the classes that are around you. So if you're looking for yoga tonight at 5:30, it'll just show you all the classes that are available and what gym they're at. And then you can go over to that gym and actually, take that class. So you don't have to be a member there. You can just pay the drop-in fee. And you can follow your favorite instructors around town. So if you have a particular instructor and they're teaching TRX here and yoga there and bar over there, you can find these folks about where they're at and follow them. So that's basically the app. The app itself on the back end, what all the registration and all the class data and the payments and everything is handled in WordPress. So the owner, she set up a website in WordPress. She found a thing that manages events, a plugin that manages events, manages everything on the website. So all we're doing in that mobile app, all we're doing is taking registrations, and then once they register, it goes into WordPress, and they say, I want classes in this area. We pull that data from WordPress back into the app, and then the user is actually having an experience on the phone in the app, but all the data that's being transferred is going into the WordPress backend. So WordPress is managing everything. So say you have an idea for an app, or you have an existing business and you want to get an app. The key is that there's always a back end. There's always somewhere that data has to go. That data has to land somewhere. And so as an app developer, one of the things that, the first things I'm going to work with you on is, where's the data going? If you have an existing business, we got to figure out a way to get data into your existing back end. We got to architect it. I have to architect it, a way to get that data in. Sending the data in is no big deal, but depending on what your back end is, how we're going to massage that data, put it in so it's all in one nice place. And then you can report on it, and your emails work and anything else you need to do. If you have customer support, so your customer support people can find out what that is. So that's one of the major pieces of mobile app development, not just developing the app itself and the code that goes on the phone, but also developing what goes so you can actually run a business from the back end. So Chronos, the same thing. It's another exercise app that's out. It's out on Android right now, and we're finalizing it for iPhone at this time. And what it is the exact same thing. So this guy, Gabe, he's got a website, Gabe Tuft. It's called Body Spartan. Check it out. It's pretty awesome. Dude's huge. Way bigger than me. I mean, he's massive. He was in the WWE. Professional wrestler. So he's got this workout program. Actually, he has five. He's got five. He's got one to get huge, one to get like ripped and lean. His wife has a program for females. And then they have a monthly subscription service. They do a bunch of stuff. He's got actually really good content. He's on YouTube. He's got really, really cool videos and stuff. So anyways, he's got a website called Body Spartan, and you can go on there and sign up for these programs and kind of track your progress. You can do the daily workout and then track your weight and your measurements as you kind of go through the program. And it's 90 days. Each program is 90 days. So there's 4 of them. For some reason, I think there's a 5th. Oh, yeah. He's got a new one. It's called G2, Genesis 2. So that's the 5th one. And so what you do is you go on, and this is on his website, right? You go on the website, you sign up, you get emails, you put your measurements in, all the other things that have to go on there. And it's all on a WordPress website. It's all operated on a WordPress website. So what you do for the app, what we did for the app is we basically created a skin of the app. I wonder if I have it on here. Let's check it out. I only have a development copy right now. It's like I said, I don't. Darn it. We're working on the iOS version. So you install the app, and then when you go on there, there's the 4 programs, and when you register for one of the 4 programs, then you go through and you pay. And when you pay, that ends up going into his WordPress backend. So he can manage everything from his WordPress backend that he's been managing there before. And he's, think about that, because he's got a website. He's crushing it, by the way. He's doing a lot of business off that website of people buying his programs. And the other thing, I'm going to do either a podcast or a Facebook Live about it, is he's really building a community of people, the Body Spartan, the Spartan army, he calls it, right? Of people that are really into it. And he's an excellent marketer. And so the thing is when the Spartan army, when they go in and they get excited and they register and they see it, they're buying it from their computer, or maybe they're buying it from a mobile version of the site, which isn't the greatest experience, because the WordPress site he has is a little challenging to get into, when you just browse it from a www address. So we created an app for him. The app is awesome. It's got all 4 programs on there, and people can sign up. When they sign up, it goes directly into his WordPress backend that already exists, so he can manage all his clients there, all his customers there. His support team can deal with it all from the back end, exactly how it is now. And a couple best parts of all, he's getting more customers now because people are just finding him in Google Play. We haven't even advertised it, and we've gotten a bunch of people signing up for programs and paying for programs, and we haven't even advertised it yet. We're waiting for the iOS version to go live, and then he's actually going to start the advertising of it. So right now there's no advertising going on that app, and people are signing up because they're just in Google Play searching for workout, exercise, keto diet, whatever keywords we have on that app are coming up, and people are installing it and people are buying. And once we actually start advertising towards it, we're going to crush it. So that's the one benefit. And then the second benefit on top of that is he, all the people that are using it for his customers, that's a benefit to him. For the benefit to the customer is when you're at the gym, you're on your phone, right? So you might as well have an app. Why would you, for your customers, have them, try to go to a website? It's not the greatest experience in the world. So Yeah, we got the mobile app going. So now that when the people are at the gym, they have a better experience by being able to put data in their phone while they're at the gym and they're logged in quickly. So those are some of the benefits. And again, the topic for tonight is, easily create an app for your existing Shopify store or your WordPress website. And, the key takeaways why you want to do that is because there's a lot of people in the App Store right now searching for products like yours, searching for websites like yours. So you need to get involved in that game, right? Your app needs business. Your app needs a business. Your business needs an app, right? Look at the traffic coming to all your mobile stuff these days, all your traffic right now. Look at it. I'll bet you $20 that 65% of it is from a mobile phone, a mobile device. So if you don't have a mobile app, if you're not thinking about building a mobile app, you're going to lose. You're going to lose this game. It's 2018. By 2020, in 2 years, it's going to be 90% of the traffic. This phone, think of your phone right now. Think of your phone. How much do you actually need a computer at this point to do your job, right? Like I'm a coder, so I program. The only thing I need a computer for right now is to code. That's it. And that's it. I don't need it maybe for Excel or PowerPoint. I could probably do that from my phone, but like if I wanted to have a better view of it, kind of need a bigger screen. What would be ideal is if I could get to work, plug this into my computer, have the big screen, and do everything from this computer, because this is a computer. If I could do everything from this and not have to carry around a laptop, that'd be a beautiful thing. I mean, think about that. Right now, this phone on YouTube, if I go to YouTube, on the smart TV on the wall right there, I can play a YouTube video through this phone onto that TV. So it's just a matter of time before I can plug this thing in to a monitor when I'm at work and have my keyboard and everything that I need in this phone to do it. Mobile apps, I can program on the phone. Not going to need a laptop. I'll still want a keyboard. I'll still want a big monitor so I can plug in and work. But that's where it's going, folks, right? In 2 years, over 90% of the traffic to all your websites, Facebook, anything you do is going to be from a mobile phone. So you need to give people a mobile experience. It's not a luxury item. An app is not a luxury item. It's a necessity to your business. If you want to take your business to the next level, if you want to evolve, you need an app. So I'm going to wrap up. Again, my name is Jeremy Callahan. You guys are obviously finding me on Facebook. If you want to see a lot of content, a lot of great content about apps, app development, and I don't talk a lot about, hey, you got to do this to program it this way. I'm more talking about how apps are essential to your business, how it can help your business, right? What's happening to your business in the next few years? Where's it going? It's going mobile, man, and you better get on board. And if you need information about that, tons of free content. I've got a podcast. Every Wednesday night I do a podcast. I'm right here every Tuesday night on Facebook Live doing a Facebook Live on various topics. I have a YouTube channel. Go to the YouTube channel and subscribe and check out all the free videos I have on there. I have all the podcast videos. I have all the Facebook Lives on there. So if you want to look at different topics, if you want to look tomorrow, the topic for the podcast is going to be how to define a market before you've developed a product. How to define if there's a market before you develop a product. And that's a really good one. It's not geared towards mobile apps. It's basically towards anything. It's basically to go out and figure out if people, because people come to me all the time and they have good ideas. They go, oh, I got a great idea. The next big $1 million, zillion dollar idea. Can't miss. I go, how do you even know there's a market for it? Oh, there's got to be a market for it. Everybody loves this. Everybody's going to share it. You know what? Bullshit, right? I call it. I'm calling bullshit on that one. You need to do some research to determine if there's actually a market for your product, whatever it is, whether it's a mobile app, a website, if it's I don't know, maybe you're making a phone case, maybe you're making a vaporizer, whatever you're making, and you're going to try to put out to the market and sell to people, you better figure out if there's a market before you do it. If you're going to write a book, is there a market? You're just going to write a book, right? I don't know, maybe you just want to write a book for the hell of it, but we're talking businesses here, not hobbies, businesses. So that podcast is going to launch tomorrow. How to define if there's a market for your app. It's excellent. You can define if there's a market for your app for $0. You could do it for less than $500 for sure to determine if people are going to like your product and want your product. So that's it for tonight. Thank you for joining. Hope you found value in it. If you like it, give me some comments. If you have any ideas for an app, get in contact with me. Email me, fax me. Send me a smoke signal. Call me. Phone number's on the website, jeremycallahan.com. Do not be afraid. Call, text, book an appointment with me. There's a place on my website you can book an appointment with me. If you have a question, email it. If you want to have a Q&A, I'll answer your question right here if you put it in the comments. Well, I won't tonight because I'm into the broadcast. Anyways, great talking to you all tonight. Have a good evening.